a forest's hidden horror. It was late fall, a season when the woods seemed to echo with an ominous hum, the rustling leaves whispering tales of the unknown. I was 17, insatiably curious, and absolutely smitten with the eerie beauty of the wilderness. One chilly evening, my friends dared me to spend a night alone in the nearby woods, a stretch of land infamous for its tales of the uncanny. I was a skeptic, unafraid of the ghost stories and mythical creatures said to haunt these woods, so I accepted. Armed with just a flashlight, a sleeping bag, and a weathered novel to while away the time, I embarked on my solo adventure, my heart pounding not with fear but excitement. As the sun began its descent, splashing the sky with shades of twilight, I arrived at a clearing. I decided to set up camp there, amidst the circle of towering trees and the orchestra of evening insects. Hours passed without incident. The moon hung high in the sky, bathing the world in a silver glow. Just as I started to believe that the stories were baseless, I heard a noise, an unsettling crunch of dried leaves, as though under the weight of an approaching creature. I snapped my head up, flashlight scanning the perimeter of the clearing. There was nothing. Then, I noticed it, a shadow that was not my own. It was elongated and grotesque, distorting as if in water, but there was no source from which it could originate. My blood turned to ice as the shadow began to twist and writhe, taking a vaguely humanoid shape. It was the shape of nightmares, tall and sinewy, a monstrosity birthed by the forest's deepest, darkest secrets. I held my breath as it seemed to gaze at me, the air around me growing colder, almost predatory. My heart pounded in my ears as the shadowy entity started advancing towards me. Panic surged through me, and I scrambled to my feet, my scream piercing the haunting stillness of the night. As I turned to run, I tripped over a protruding tree root and fell hard. My flashlight rolled away, its beam flickering against the trees, illuminating the nightmare that was closing in. It moved with an unnatural, undulating gait, like a marionette manipulated by unseen hands. Just as it was about to reach me, a sudden, fierce wind blew through the clearing. The trees around swayed violently as though in fear. The creature let out an ear-piercing shriek, its form dissipating, scattering in the wind like smoke, leaving me alone in the haunting silence. I ran out of the woods as fast as my legs could carry me, leaving behind my sleeping bag and novel. No one believed my story, dismissing it as a trick of the light or an effect of my overactive imagination. But I know what I saw that night, the shadowy horror that lurked in the woods. And even now, years later, I shudder at the thought of what could have happened had I not escaped. The woods are no longer a place of fascination for me, but a chilling reminder of the night I encountered my worst nightmare.